welcome back. Episode number 12. The Random Thoughts Podcast. Join our Discord.
That's right, join it.
Link tr.ee/TRPOFFICAL, because Isaac doesn't know how to spell. And that's our brand now.
That's right. We're stuck with it.
You guys don't have anything?
Nah,
Nope.
I got nothing.
Cool. I'll just lead the show like I always do.
Sounds good to me.
My dad and I were talking about songs, happy songs.
Happy songs?
Do you know any? Do you have any songs that are happy?
Mm-hmm.
What?
I don't know if I have any, like, off the top of my head.
Because I don't. If I have a song, it might sound happy, but, like, the message isn't happy. And
Well, define happy. Because I can think of one, but it's about, like, bettering themselves.
what's it called? Let me look up the lyrics.
It's by Miley Cyrus.
Okay. You don't know. You don't know the...
Well, it's not part of any of her albums or anything. It's just when she came out with when her and Liam Hemsworth got a divorce.
That's the guy from How I Met Your Mother,
What?
right?
No.
The blonde guy?
No. That's... Oh my god, no.
What's his name?
Neil Patrick Harris.
Yeah.
Oh, who's the other guy? The science guy? Not Bill Nye.
I was gonna say Bill Nye.
Neil...
DeGrasse Tyson.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Different guy.
You don't know, we were talking about it, and...
Slide Away
Slide away.
by Miley Cyrus.
Once upon a time I was paralyzed. Once upon a time I was paradise. Once upon a time I was paralyzed. Think I'm gonna miss the harbor lights, but it's time to let it go. We'll skip through a little bit.
This is just funny listening to you say the lyrics.
I want my house in the hills. I don't want the whiskey or pills. I don't want to give up easily, but I don't think I'm down.
That doesn't sound very happy.
Once upon a time it was made for us. Woke up one day, it had turned to dust. Baby, we were found, but now we're lost. I wouldn't consider that a happy song. Based on those lyrics.
But you're not interpreting it what the message is, because you said with a happy message. You're just reading the lyrics and like, that doesn't sound happy lyrics. The message is that she realized that her relationship was over and she wanted to move back to California or wherever she is, wherever she's from, to better her life. Because she did have a drug addiction for a minute and she realized that that wasn't the lifestyle she wanted to live.
Okay, so would this be a happy song? You hold my hands and I'll hold yours, then life won't feel so wrong. I know you're hurting like I am. I know your heart's in your hands. We share a life so bleak with broken memories. Shine on, young love. You lit the fire in my heart and I won't give that up. Shine on, shine on. You know we're all sinking together, but it lifts us up. God bless. Would that be considered happy?
That one sounds happier.
I felt as helpless as you. Felt the will to give in. Stop. Let your heart open up. Let the healing begin. So that would be happy, right?
I'd say that's happy.
But then you hear the song.
I guess that could still be happy.
But most of the lyrics that I read were the screaming part, so it doesn't sound happy. So
I'd say that one still counts as happy.
okay,
Just doesn't sound very happy.
I don't know. We were talking about it, and it was kind of interesting because my dad and I have the same kind of music taste, and none of it's really happy. And I was just wondering if you guys had any songs that were happy.
I don't think so.
Are you looking up more lyrics, or are you shopping for more candles?
I'm looking up stuff, lyrics.
Okay. I just wasn't sure. Oh, I meant to ask you a question, Isaac. I will message it to you just to make sure that you're okay with it before we talk about it.
Got me scared now.
Simple yes or no?
Yeah, that's gonna be a no.
Damn. Because it really kind of ties in with some of the topics we've got
What?
a little bit. Here, I'll show you the message.
Wait, does she already know?
No. But just don't say anything out loud. We'll talk about it after.
I think we talked about this.
On the podcast?
No. No, like we had a conversation.
Okay, I guess we won't.
I would.
Yeah, no.
I would.
We'll talk about that afterwards.
Well, you wouldn't because you don't like that part.
We'll talk about it afterwards.
You don't like the bottom part.
We'll talk
I like the bottom part and I like the top part.
We'll talk about it
So it's a win for me. So
How did cavemen cut their fingernails?
they don't cut them, they just slide them on rocks, like nail files. Next.
But did they actually?
Yeah.
Or did they just kind of have like long?
That's what
fingers,
seems.
fingernails
That's
all
what
the
seems
time?
like it would be like the most accurate answer is just using a rock as a nail file.
But I feel like maybe because they were always just like working with their hands and like kind of like what you're saying, but unintentionally. It's
Yeah,
like they were
probably.
just sitting there with a rock filing.
Well, right. They're probably just like,
I don't like. Have you guys ever had like a guinea pig?
I have a
Or
hamster.
a rabbit? Like I don't know if you have to do it with hamsters, but with guinea pigs and rabbits.
You're supposed to
they
file
want,
their
like,
nails.
piece of wood,
Yeah.
like something like
to
that.
claw it.
No, for their teeth.
Oh, yeah. For hamsters, you have to do that.
Their teeth, they just keep growing.
Mm-hmm.
So they, I don't know, maybe it was like that, where they're just using them
Right.
to like file them down and break off. Just kind of keep them short.
Ugh, that's yucky. Having it break off.
I wonder what they thought of as kids when their baby teeth fell out.
They probably thought they were demons. Fed them with the mammoths. Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Egypt came after cavemen, right?
Well, see, that's why you gotta watch the Netflix show I was telling you
Isn't it like,
about.
wouldn't it be like similar time frame?
I don't know. When were cavemen a thing?
Cavemen were closer to like the Ice Age.
Oh,
Closer
yeah.
to like 100,000 years
Yeah.
ago. I know like the Great Pyramids are like 10,000 years old.
Mm.
The Ice Age was 2.4 million years ago.
Same
End of
thing.
the Ice Age.
The end of the Ice Age was 11,500 years ago.
That's the number that-
It lasted that long?
The whole Earth was ice. What do you mean it lasted that long? We still have glaciers that are from that time. You know that trail that I told you about that you could walk from where we are to Madison?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a glacier, hence the name.
Mm.
Yeah. Pretty cool.
Interesting.
Was the Grand Canyon made from glaciers? Or was that a different event?
I think part of it was the flooding from the glaciers melting. 'Cause, like in the Netflix show, the guys who made it, they're making the argument that like the Ice Age was happening, but then a bunch of meteorites and asteroids hit, melted all the glaciers like super quickly,
Super quick.
and then caused like a bunch of floods and sea levels rose a lot.
Super quick as in like...
As in like the asteroids came,
Right.
like hit the ocean,
Yeah.
warmed up the oceans.
Right,
Glaciers started melting.
But super quick for that is still like a million years.
Yeah, but like a lot of rapid flooding. But I think that plus like the Colorado River,
Yeah.
like eroding it away.
In Canada.
What about Canada?
Because they have all of those, they have all, like, the big lakes and the... Isn't that from that, too?
Niagara Falls?
No, in Canada, you know how, like, half the country on the top has all the water?
Yeah.
Yeah, isn't that from the glaciers, too?
Oh, I thought you meant like the Grand Canyon still.
No, when I said Canada, you should have known...
No, yeah, that's glaciers, I think.
The Grand Canyon is in...
I know, that's why I was confused as to why you were talking about Canada and the Grand Canyon.
First thing you're doing in a survival situation.
Dying.
Dying, yeah.
Okay, but like actually.
Depends on the survival situation.
Plane crash, you're in a jungle.
Oh my god.
First thing you're doing.
Shelter.
Looking for a gun.
Oh. Yeah. Still dying.
So, suicide and shelter?
I feel like shelter's always first.
You're wrong.
And then food.
You're wrong.
You're wrong.
Water is always first. Because by the time your body's telling you you're thirsty, it's already too late. And you can only go... How long do you think you can go without water?
That's only like... Not even like 3 days. It's like a couple days.
3 days. You can live without food for like
A couple
90
weeks,
days.
yeah.
And you can live without shelter as long as you're not super stupid.
I feel like
Well, I am,
once
so...
you have water, like if you find water, it's going to be easier to find shelter and food at the water.
Well, if you're at a plane, and your plane
The
crashes...
whole thing exploded. There's nothing left.
Oh.
Just you and your naked body.
Just me? No one else survives?
No one else.
I'm dying. There's no point. There's nothing that would...
collect everyone else's remains.
Food.
Create like a fake village with a bunch of pretend mannequins. And just live out my days as
Interesting choice.
And then when the search chopper comes to save
They'll
you,
just find me in my own little city.
They'll be like, never mind, keep going.
you'd be like,
We didn't
don't
see
need
this."
You. We're okay
Yeah,
here.
we're fine. We're happy.
Look at all of us. As
Ugh.
there's rotting corpses next to you, and your currency are their eyeballs.
Yeah.
And you're the only one there. You're like, oh, hey, Jim, just a cup of coffee. And he's like, oh, okay. And then you go scoop up some mud and...
Actually, I feel like that would be dumb, because you're going to attract animals that way from the smell.
I'll tame the animals.
Okay.
Isaac's just going to turn into Tarzan.
Yeah, that's my plan.
But if it were like a survival situation, like a zombie apocalypse or something, I'm just dying. I'm not even going to try to fight that. There's no way that it would ever become a regular civilization again.
Regular what?
Civilization.
I don't know. I think it could happen.
I don't think it could. You'd have to kill every single one of
We can
them.
coexist.
You can't.
Here's the thing with the zombie apocalypse situation. Whatever caused the zombies, or like the dead people to come back to life to be zombies, couldn't that happen again with the now dead zombies?
No, because the only way to do it is to shoot them in the brain. You have
You
to
don't
like
do that.
blow up their head.
How? You can shoot a zombie in the head and it can still come get you? It's not like
Well, that's... I mean, like, what kind of zombies are we talking about?
Like Walking Dead.
Because, like,
Never
those
seen
kind of zombies, they, like, need their brain
Mm-hmm.
to keep
I was
going.
thinking like Call of Duty zombies.
But I'm sure there, like, in some other movies, there's zombies where you just need, like, a body that can still walk, you know?
Yeah, like that's how
So how do they keep going then if they don't have any sort of...
Cause
If it literally is a...
zombie and
Because
it's
the
not real.
zombie thing just, like, moves their body.
I guess.
So as
Just
long
like
as they
a
have,
pair
like-
of legs.
Yeah.
Well, like Zombieland, they didn't need a head.
I don't remember
Remember that?
Zombieland that well.
That came out forever ago.
That was such a good movie, and it was so funny because the whole quest of surviving the apocalypse
Was to find the Twinkie factory.
It wasn't even a factory. It was like a delivery truck that was just full of Twinkies. Do you know that Twinkies originally were banana flavored?
Yummy.
And then, yeah. They were
They
originally
should've
banana
kept that.
flavored. And then in World War II, it was too expensive, but they wanted to send them to the soldiers, so they took the banana flavor out, and now we have Twinkies. Mm-hmm. Did Hitler kill himself? I think he's still alive. Well, he's probably dead now.
Yeah, see, that's what sucks about it.
He
It's
went to
like,
Argentina, though.
At this point, he'd be dead anyways.
Yeah.
So it's like not as fun.
He definitely went to Argentina, because after that, a whole bunch of the other Nazis went, and the Nazis tried to take over there for a little bit, and...
Do you want to know something kind of weird
I do.
about all that? Where I think there's some spots in Africa too, but like spots where the Nazis fled after World War II, there's a ton of twins in those areas.
Why? Just because?
Yeah, I think like I don't know if anyone knows for sure. Like in the South American places, like there's a lot more twins being born.
Maybe it has something to do with the equator. Maybe like being below the equator.
That's the secret to it.
I mean, I'm not a scientist, but that makes sense to me. What?
You're dumb.
How?
That's such a dumb explanation.
No, because,
It's because they're below the equator.
yeah, because
So if you're above it, it's 1, and if you're below, it's 2.
the chances are increased below.
Why?
Because of the gravitational pull of the sun.
So if there's a greater gravitational pull, that comes just sliding right out. I have a
No.
less chance of even being pregnant then.
No,
It's pulling it right out because there's more gravity down there.
you don't. I don't think you understand.
I don't think you understand. I literally,
Just because you solved the leather puzzle doesn't mean that you're smart.
if there's more gravitational pull, if I'm standing up,
Yeah, no.
it's being pulled right out of me.
But-
Less chance of even being pregnant in the first place.
But think about like in Australia, they're upside down, so the gravity should really be pulling them.
No, they're
towards
not.
space.
They're not upside down.
Everything in Australia is upside down because they're
so
upside
the
down.
Australians get pregnant that much quicker. 'Cause
Exactly.
It just goes straight down. It doesn't fall out.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Isaac understands. what
Oh
I'm
my
saying.
god.
You ever think about that though? How in Australia they are upside down and we're right side up, and they're the weird ones. That crosses my mind a lot.
No, it doesn't cross my mind at all.
Why?
Why would it?
Because it's a ball, and they're over here, and we're up here. This is upside down. This is right side up.
Why is it upside down?
Because it's a ball. Like, someone has to be upside down.
No, they don't.
Yeah, they do.
No, they don't.
It's like if you're on the moon, like looking at Earth,
Yes.
people have to be like upside down.
Or, okay, if you want to get actual upside down, like straight up upside down, go to Antarctica. It's upside down there. They're upside down. They're not right side up.
I think I have maybe a phobia because looking at a picture of Earth is scary to me.
Why? What kind of feeling do you get?
I don't like looking at it. It's scary to look at. Like a picture of the Earth. When I look at this is scary to me to look at.
I'm going to Google that. Fear of Earth. Fear of Earth. Barophobia is a specific phobia disorder that causes fear of something in the unnatural environment. Oh, that's like the fear of gravity, which is what the Australians have.
Oh my god.
I want to go to Australia. I would never leave the country, probably. There's too many terrorists. I don't want to get kidnapped.
I'd go to Mexico. Because I want to go to Cabo.
Have you
Or
ever heard of
Punta
the cartel?
Cana. Well, I want to go to like a resort in Mexico. Not like Mexico. But I want to go to like a resort.
Mexico.
Yeah, not Mexico.
But the cartel probably still runs the resorts. Because they run the whole country.
Which is fine because they're beautiful resorts.
Until you get kidnapped and murdered.
I'd probably go to maybe Jamaica.
Then you got Isaac who wants to go to fucking the Middle East.
When did I say that?
Kazakhstan, isn't that in the Middle East?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I'd go to like Italy. Eat some pasta.
I don't like Italians, I don't think.
I don't like French people.
I'd maybe
I
go
can
to
get behind
France.
They're all just snobby. Italian people...
That's probably what they think about you. Do you ever think about what other countries think of America?
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, they're absolutely right. America really sucks.
Not really.
Kind of does. I want to move to Canada.
Canada.
No.
Yeah.
Why?
You don't get to tell me no on my own thought.
Why?
Why not?
Give me a better supporting argument. Why
Free
do you want-
healthcare. Even though it's not great healthcare, at least it's free. Healthcare is literally free in almost every other country, except for ours.
Except that it's shit healthcare and it's still not free because you're paying for it with your taxes.
At least I don't have to go to the doctor and spend $150 on a copay.
Just don't go to the doctor like me.
Yeah, there's your solution. Just never go.
That's what I do.
I think that you should not have to pay to have a baby. When you go to the hospital.
I agree and I disagree. I think that you should have to pay because there's stuff that needs to be paid for. I don't agree with spending $400 for a Band-Aid. If you get like an itemized bill...
Yeah, no, you can actually fight some of that stuff too.
Right, because they will charge you $400 for a Band-Aid. And
For
that's
like an
ridiculous.
Advil or something, yeah.
Right. And I think that's ridiculous. But like the actual delivering of the baby and like the nursery and making sure it has the shots and everything, I think that should be paid for. But it also doesn't need to be $20,000 to have a baby. Drop it down to 10. 8.
No.
$8,000.
I should not have to pay thousands of dollars to give birth to a baby. Especially if they're going to force me to have to give birth now. If I can't go and have an abortion and they're going to force me to have a child, I'm not paying for it.
You just have to go to a different state. Because Wisconsin...
But here, like if I had no other option, I had to stay here. I could not get an abortion. I'm forced to have a child. I should not have to pay for it because I didn't want it. No, because I'm still responsible for the hospital bill regardless if I give it up for adoption.
So here's the life hack for that. Do you care about your credit? Well, for 7 years you don't. You let all of that fall off. It goes to collections. After 7 years, it's gone. Disappears. And you just rebuild your credit again.
That's not a bad idea. Just tank the credit score.
Uh-huh.
But I shouldn't have to.
But you can. There's ways around it.
No, I shouldn't have to.
No.
If it affects me, then it should affect you too.
Well, it would ruin my credit as well. No, what you do is buy a fake identity before you have the kid.
There you go. Fake identity.
Don't pay it, let it ruin someone else's credit, and then here you are living your best life with your average credit. That's an idea.
I think healthcare here is a scam.
Okay, speaking of bills though, like hospital bills. If I were to donate a kidney because, I don't know, some kid needs it or he's going to die or whatever, and I'm the perfect match, who pays for the hospital bill?
The family of whoever's receiving it.
Do they actually?
I think that they should.
I agree and I disagree.
Well, if you're just donating it to donate it, then no.
Right.
But if like...
That's a good question. Like if I was giving my kidney to you,
Because
would I
you
have to
needed it.
Pay anything for it?
No, it should be him.
I think,
That's kind of shitty to put on that person.
but also
Well,
because it's a donation.
You're donating it.
But because it's a donation, is it something where it can be written off? Like if you donate to Goodwill and you save your receipt, you get money back?
You write your kidneys off on your taxes.
Would Isaac get money back for donating his kidney to me?
If you paid for it, probably.
I would. I feel like I would want to. I feel like I should get something back for that.
Me. You get me over.
I think I have to poop.
Oh, all right. Well, this is gonna be a short episode then. Who pays for kidney donations? According to Google, the kidney recipient's private insurance pays for it.
That's what I thought.
So does that mean that there would be some sort of copay?
I mean, probably.
But also, you would hit your deductible real quick.
Yeah, I definitely would.
I kind of want Danielle here for some of these. Well, because she would add more to it. All right, let's talk about the next couple of weeks and plan that out. Because next week we're moving.
Moving day.
So next Wednesday we get the key. So like Wednesday night and Thursday is going to be a moving day. So if you want to come help us move, you can, and then we can record. Otherwise, it would probably be the week after, which would put us at the 14th or 15th of December.
What's the date for the moving Thursday?
The 8th
The 8th?
of December.
I think I'm supposed to be doing something that night.
Okay.
But, like, it wouldn't be until, like, 8.
No.
I'm gonna go see Louis C.K.
Ooh, nice. Where?
Brookfield, I think?
With who?
My brother.
Mm.
Oh,
Thanks
that
for
was...
the invite.
That would... I mean, you can still come with if you want.
I can't afford a ticket.
Tickets were only, like, $40.
Oh, that's not bad.
Not at all. But that was the other thing I had. I went to go see Ron White. Went to
Yeah?
my first stand-up show.
How was it?
I liked it a lot. It was very funny.
I went to a stand-up show one time, a few years ago. It was not bad, but I feel like I don't really like stand-up comedians.
See, I don't know why. I'm not a huge fan of, like, Netflix specials.
Yeah.
Like, watching the specials, but when I actually saw it in person, I liked it a lot more.
Yeah, there's only a handful of, like, famous comedians that I would want to see. Gabriel Iglesias, classic. There's another guy, Andrew Schultz.
Yeah, I love Andrew Schultz so much, yeah.
I want to go see him. Otherwise, do you know Ray William Johnson? He used to do YouTube.
I was gonna
back
say,
in the
is he
day.
like the super, like, OG
Uh-huh.
YouTuber guy?
That's
Yeah.
who I saw.
Yeah?
Yeah. But it was hilarious.
I didn't
met him.
even-
I have a picture of me
I
and
didn't
him.
even know he did stand-up.
He kind of explored other things after he stopped doing YouTube. So that was one of them, but he doesn't really do it anymore. I don't know why he stopped, because it was really funny, but let's see. I know I have a picture of him somewhere. Or me and him. Oh, yeah, right there. Him and the rest of the crew.
Ooh.
Yeah. That was really fun, though. Yeah, so move, and then I guess that week of Christmas we don't really need to take off at all.
Yeah, because Christmas is on the weekend this year.
It's on a Sunday, so we can still do regular uploads. And then on the 29th, I'm not sure if we'll record or not. That would be like the Thursday after Christmas.
Okay.
But I'll let you know because that's my birthday.
Mm.
Yeah. Or we could record and then go to a bar afterward. We could do a drunk special.
I see we do that. I vote for that.
I'm down. That would be exciting. I guess what else? What else can we use to fill the air? Oh, my Mac. Remember how I broke it?
Yeah.
Well, so I didn't fix it, but I got it working.
So you like half fixed it.
Yeah, it's running an operating system. It's just not running Mac OS.
Oh.
But it kind of works.
Yeah, better than where it was at.
Yeah. That was bad. I just need to...
Is there like hope to get it all the way back?
So, here's my thing. I think so. I think there might be.
Maybe.
My issue with it is that I would need a donor Mac so I could put my hard drive into that one. Because my laptop does not see that hard drive until I boot it into the other operating system. So I'm thinking if I have a donor Mac, that one might be able to read the hard drive, but I have no idea until I actually figure it out. And I don't know anyone that I can just go up to and be like, hey, can I borrow your Mac for a day or two while I rip it apart?
Right.
So that's where I'm at now. And there's no point in me going out to buy a Mac, because at that point I would have a working one.
Right, so you just keep that one.
Right. Why potentially break another one if
Right.
I have it? Yeah. So I don't know. If anyone out there has a Mac that wants to send it to me, just send it over to Isaac's address.
Yeah, Terry T's will compensate you for it.
Yeah, you will get a handwritten letter.
That's right, from the CEO.
Yeah. We saved some stuff for you because I think you might have a lot of good input.
Per usual. My toes are cold.
How old should kids be when they start eating candy and drinking soda and getting into the yucky stuff?
What do you mean by yucky stuff?
Just like super sugary processed foods, candy, cosmic brownies.
They shouldn't.
Buns. No, but like, what's an appropriate age? Because you're not gonna like give
It depends.
your 4-year-old a can of Coke.
No. But, like, I don't think that you should hold those things back from them until a certain age, because then they're going to go all out. And then they're going to be, like, a fat
I feel like you should keep,
person.
like, the basic rule of, like, you gotta finish your dinner before dessert. You know, like, you gotta eat your broccoli.
Right.
I
before
think
you eat ice
that it's good
cream.
to use those things as rewards.
Yeah.
Soda I wouldn't introduce to them, but, like, juices and stuff are basically the same thing. Like, Capri Sun is basically a kid's version of a pop.
I love Capri Sun.
Exactly.
I slam. I'll drink 4
But, like,
of them.
But Hendrix is what, 4 or 5?
Uh-huh.
And, like, he gets pieces of candy for whatever.
Yeah.
Like, I think it's fine if they have, like, a few here and there as, like, rewarded things.
Right. I'm just saying, like...
For them to be able to make their own decision to have it. Or where you're just at free will giving it to them. Because, I mean, I feel like you're always going to give them something else. But I feel like if they ask for it and, like, they have... Like, if they have the choice to go and find it and eat it on their own, they definitely should be older.
What
Yes.
age do kids, like, start picking what they're gonna eat more on their own? Versus just eating whatever their parents put in front of them?
I would say...
Very young, I feel.
I don't know.
I think that, like...
It's not... For snacky stuff...
Yeah, for snacky stuff, I feel like it's younger.
I'd say it's probably, like...
6, 7.
6, 7, 8. Just because, you know, no, I don't want veggie straws. I want Doritos, you know? But also the parents still, I mean, they always have the authority, but that I feel like that's when they start fighting it. But also kids who were never grown up eating Doritos would love to go after the veggie straws. But yeah, I'm talking about like free will, like you leave the soda in there, and if, you know, you put a 12-pack of Coke in the fridge, and if you see that one's gone, you're not going to be pissed off that your kid drank it.
I would say older, like almost like 12.
Okay.
I feel like it kind of depends on the kid. Because, like, I know when I was a kid, I wasn't, like, I would limit myself to, like, one soda a day.
Okay.
It depends on your household
I
though,
wasn't the kid
because
who was
like,
gonna drink an entire pack of soda.
right.
Unless,
Well, like
my
my,
parents stopped me.
because like in my household, my parents were obviously divorced, and they had two completely different like eating habits. My mom always tried to be a little bit healthier with things. Like the only soda she had was Diet Coke, and like that's it. There wasn't any other option, and like that was hers. Like you knew better not to touch that. Like that was hers. But my dad was the person that had bedside snacks. Like he had the box of honey buns, he had the 2 liter of RC. Like, well, right. Like he was the person that had those things, so you learn different habits from different households.
Yeah. But you as a parent.
I would wait until they're older. Like from how I grew up and everything that's out there and like more and more research that's being done on certain like snacks and stuff, like I would definitely hold off. Like I think candy's a good way to kind of like incentivize your children to do things.
I feel like you have to give it to them a little bit. 'Cause
Yeah.
otherwise, once they get to be like
Yeah.
13 or 14,
They're gonna be fat as fuck, boy.
Yeah.
But they're gonna go all out and they're not gonna want to eat anything else.
Right, and that's kind of what I was thinking is like, I can't really put an exact age on it, but when they're old enough,
I think you just have to hope that they understand that it's like,
Not good for them.
yeah, it's not
yeah.
good to be eaten.
I would say when they're old enough to make their own, like,
Their own
health choices.
food.
Because like Isaac said that he was able to limit himself to just one a day. So like, that's fine. But then you have me, who's over there sneaking like 4 of them a day. I shouldn't be having any soda.
Yeah, you really shouldn't.
I will say, like, the one thing I didn't limit myself on, and I was bad, was any, like, Little Debbie type of
fuck
brownies.
yeah.
Like, if it was Cosmic Brownies or something like that.
But
the
that
mini
was one of
bars.
those things, though, that I had to wait until I was older because I had to buy them for myself. So that wasn't until I was probably like 16 when I could start driving and I could just take myself to the store and get it and keep it for myself.
I definitely did a lot more of that, but my
But also-
dad was pretty good about... He's the type to, like, always have a box of
That's how my dad was.
something hidden somewhere.
But I
Depends
feel
on the
like it's also
season.
different when you buy it for yourself because then you understand the value of that money. So you're gonna only limit yourself to one every day. So
Not me.
if you want-
Not me.
It might not be a bad idea if you would have the kids, like, buy that stuff themselves.
Yeah, as
You
like,
know?
like an allowance.
Yeah, like, hey, if you want the Coke, I'm not going to buy it for you.
You gotta work for it.
Yeah. Exactly.
Or like you buy the stuff, but then they have to pay for it. Be like, okay, if you
Yeah,
want,
or even like you charge
if
them,
you
like,
want a Coke, you have to give me
like 50
75,
cents or something
yeah.
like that.
to have it.
Just so they kind of understand that it's not,
That's smart.
you know, they got like work for it.
But
Should
also
turn
then
this into
you,
a parenting podcast. We're good at this.
but so like at what, so going off of that, like ages with food and stuff, at what age is it still okay to make foods based off of like their food preferences and not just making one big meal?
At
So,
what age
like-
do you like stop caring?
Yeah. So, well, because, like, so Elroy is what, like 8?
Yeah.
He won't eat a single thing with cheese on it. So
Yeah.
if someone makes a pizza, they have to pick off the cheese for it. So at what age is that still acceptable to do and
Here's
not
my
just
thing.
be like, nope, deal with it?
I think that is completely okay. But
I don't think so.
but
Can't be a bitch about it.
his mom shouldn't be the one peeling the cheese off. He should be the one peeling the cheese off.
Yeah, that's true.
And if it's something that simple, it's not the end of the world because it's still pizza.
But
he's
he's
making
one of
work
those
for it.
he's one of those people though that will have to almost eat a completely different meal than everybody else because of he's just so picky like that. And at what point are you just like, sorry, you're just gonna have to get over it. I'm not gonna make you a completely separate meal.
Can I just throw this out there real quick? He hates cheese. He won't eat cheese. But then he eats fucking shrimp Alfredo.
Like, he eats, like, the weirdest stuff.
One, I would consider Alfredo almost more of like a
Cheese.
I don't want to call it a cheese sauce, but it definitely is more along the lines of like a cheese sauce.
I think he's weird with yellow cheese. Like, if he sees something that has cheese on it, he will not eat it.
Well, so that used to be the thing. When my dad would make them burgers, he didn't want cheese, like a square cheese, Kraft Singles, or whatever. It had to be shredded. He was fine with shredded cheese. So then my dad would shred up some cheese for him. But then he saw that it came from a block.
Yeah.
And the block is a rectangle, and he doesn't like rectangle cheese. So then he decided he didn't like cheese.
Just dumb.
Oh, man.
I think he's at that age where I would stop making him separate things from what everyone else is eating.
But my dad's kind of doing that tonight. You guys are eating salmon and I'm having chicken.
I mean...
But what's it? I'm having my own separate meal. I shouldn't be, according to you.
Because you're not, like... You're not eating the salmon because it has a seasoning on it, you know? Like, where Elroy's not eating the pizza because it has cheese on it. He's, like... You're choosing something else because you don't like the whole thing. Compared to Elroy, where he just doesn't like pieces and parts of the same thing.
Different.
Like me, okay, so it's like me though. So I'll eat the pizza that someone made. I'll just pick off the pepperonis and give them to someone else. I'm not gonna be like, I'm not gonna eat the whole pizza because there was pepperonis on it.
But
like how
he's not like that. He just picks the cheese off.
he doesn't pick the cheese off. He has someone else pick the cheese off.
So as long as
because he won't touch it.
So as long as he's putting in the work, then
I think it's
I
fine.
feel like that should be part of it. Yeah.
Okay, that's fair.
Did you guys have any like weird things like that when you were a kid?
My food just couldn't touch.
I was that way too. I never like stuff mixing.
But then I saw my dad do it, and I was like, oh, then it's fine. And I would try it. I'm like, yeah, this is great.
Yeah, her foods couldn't touch. Now her favorite meal is a famous bowl.
Yeah. Where it's all touching.
I have one really weird one.
Let's hear it.
I would eat my burgers with no buns.
But now, today, that's acceptable.
Yeah, you were a trendsetter. Bro.
I was doing it before it was cool.
Isaac was the original lettuce wrap.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to try that.
It's actually not bad. It's like not as good as the bun, but
I feel like it wouldn't be bad.
no, it's not bad.
Okay, so going back to like the things like the food can't touch, how would you eat like spaghetti or lasagna?
That was fine.
Yeah,
but like
that doesn't
I couldn't have like a side.
Okay.
Like
So
like
if it was supposed to be mixed together, it was fine.
yeah.
But
like
you could have
Thanksgiving.
your carrots or your corn touch your.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I would not want those.
Did
things
you have the
to-
separated?
Yeah, I did.
I wanted those.
I
If
did.
that was an option, I would have had.
Or I would
those.
have like separate plates for
So
different
you're the reason
things.
that Earth is dying so quick.
Well, we didn't have a
All your fault.
dishwasher. My grandma would leave a sink full of water the whole entire day. And then at the end of the day, would drain it.
That sounds
And then in the morning,
nasty.
fill it back up. And it was the same water, too. So none of it would be, like, drained and refilled.
Sounds nasty.
It's gross. It was really gross.
Yucky.
You get $2 million to sing a song, but if you get the words wrong, you die.
Happy birthday.
Oh, yeah. I was going to say, I was like, there's no song that I would think of that I would know every single word to.
That's a really good answer. It also has to be on beat.
The alphabet. That was made into a song.
Damn. I was gonna say tequila. You know that song?
You'd be dead. You don't know the words.
The only word is tequila, but I feel like I would be offbeat.
That's why
Yeah, there'd
happy
be so much
birthday.
pressure on that one word.
So here's the thing. I completely forgot about the basic songs like that, and I was just thinking like
The alphabet.
actual real songs.
That's a song. It has
Yeah.
like
yeah.
you're singing it.
No, now Now that you brought this up,
Yeah, now that's just dumb. Now you're stupid.
Question.
so I guess I'm dead and you guys are both millionaires.
Yeah.
Um,
What other songs are like that?
Happy birthday.
I feel like there's a bunch of like nursery rhymes,
Probably,
like little kids songs, but I can't think of it.
Little Einstein's theme song.
we're going on a trip. I would live. I'd be so rich.
Well, you only do it once.
Oh.
I mean, you would still be super rich. 2
Yeah.
million is 2 million. What do we want to talk about? Kinks or parasocial relationships?
What's a parasocial relationship?
I know
Basically, like, if you watch someone on YouTube, you would, like, think of them as your friend. And
like
some
being
people,
Like your
obsessed
friends?
with a celebrity.
being obsessed with a celebrity.
Oh.
To a point where it's not okay, it's not healthy. Like, if you were watching a streamer and you're like, oh yeah, that's my friend, and then you guys like you chat in the streams, and then
Like how that girl is with David?
yes,
Like you basically make up a relationship.
yes, exactly. And some people take it to that point where it's like, oh yeah, that's my girlfriend, ha ha ha. How do we feel about that? Because that's super fucking weird. I don't understand it.
I think there's like a point where it's fine. Like if you just like look up to like a musician or someone like that,
Yeah.
I feel like you kind of relate to them. Yeah, I think that's fine.
Is it like saying that you're friends or what? Like I'm still kind of not
It's
understanding.
basically taking the relationship beyond what it is. So let's say you're in.
So like if you are like talking to Josiah because you guys watch each other's streams
Okay.
and you say you're friends,
Mm-hmm.
but he says no, we just watch each other's streams. Is that a parasocial relationship because you're saying that you're friends but he's not saying it?
It would effectively be a very light example of a parasocial relationship, yeah. Because,
So is it more of the fact of like obsessing over the person?
yes.
Isn't that just being obsessed with them?
He's watching my stream, right? And to me, he's just a regular viewer. I interact with him. He's there. He's friendly. But we're not friends. But he's going to work telling everyone, this is my best friend. We hang out all the time. We chat all the time.
So it's more of the fact of being obsessed with the person.
Exactly. And it's weird, and I don't understand it. But people will take it to the point where, like, they'll have their body pillow, and then they're, like, fantasizing that it's that person.
You don't do that?
Some people break into their houses and, like, leave them
Oh.
gifts and, like, stalk them and send them things.
Or even like people who like try so hard to defend
Mm-hmm.
like certain celebrities who they've never met.
All the people defending Will Smith.
Yeah, like why do you even care that much?
What's wrong with people defending Will Smith?
There's nothing wrong with people saying, oh, it was right or it was wrong. But when people are like, I'm going to cut off my left nipple and glue it on my forehead for Will Smith to protest that he didn't do anything wrong, is when they take it a little too far.
What's wrong with being proud of what you believe in?
Nothing, but once you cross that line to where you are putting yourself or someone else in danger, is when it's a problem.
So is free the nip a problem?
Depends. If you have really puffy ones and it's cold out and it gets super hard and long and you might cut someone's throat with it, then I would say so. Otherwise, probably not, no.
Why?
Tits, man. But if that were a normal thing,
Or like the slut walk.
what's that?
So basically
Is
this
that where they all got naked and walked?
basically to create a stance that like
That's public
you
indecency.
that you should be able to dress any way that you feel comfortable in.
Yeah, and that's fine. I would agree with that. But also, you can't just walk into Quick Trip butt naked and expect them to serve you.
Not like naked, but you should be able to dress in short shorts and a crop top and feel comfortable.
Yeah, they don't. There's nothing wrong with that.
I'm gonna do that then.
Okay, you're gonna freeze to death, but okay. I mean, it's like 10 degrees outside. Foot fetishes.
Yeah,
Let's talk about them. Why is that a thing? How are people attracted to feet? That's so weird to me. People got their little grippers out.
It's weird to you, but it's not to someone else.
Okay, but what is it comparable to? Like,
literally any other fetish.
I don't know about
That's
that.
just what it's just a fetish, you know?
Yeah, but I feel like there's some that are like more normal, and then there's like.
well, we shouldn't say normal, but more tame.
Okay.
It's like the people who buy like used underwear. That's a fetish.
Yeah, and that's
that's fucking weird.
To you
no,
it's gross.
No, there's like a line where if it crosses it, it's just weird.
Okay, but what about like the baby daddy diaper lovers?
It's like
Okay,
I mean, like, I'm not. Like, I'm gonna say it's weird, but I'm not saying that it, like, shouldn't exist, I guess.
Okay,
I'm just
so-
gonna think that it's fucking weird.
There's one form of pedophilia that is considered a fetish. I forget exactly. It's like octophilia or something like that. Where basically you're not attracted to children. You're not attracted to any children. You're specifically attracted to yourself as a child.
What?
You see a picture of young Isaac and you're beating your fucking meat to it and you love it and you want to fuck little Isaac. But only little Isaac. It's not like you're going to Target.
That sounds like a bad excuse a pedophile would make.
Yeah. And but that's like some new up and coming fetish that's a thing now. And it's just okay.
yeah. Because you only think about it to yourself.
But what if it progresses? When is it bad?
When you think of literally any other child other than yourself.
Exactly.
Too close, though. That's getting too close to the line.
What happens when you're looking at a picture of you and your childhood friend and you're beating off?
Yeah.
Well, I didn't have any friends, so
You might only be beating off to you, but there's another child involved.
there are literally 0 pictures.
Okay, maybe not for you, but people in general.
I don't know.
Who had friends. Are kinks, fetishes,
The same? No.
well, I wasn't going to say that, but we could discuss that if you want to. What's the difference?
Kinks are something that, like, fetishes are something that you are, like, obsessed with, I feel. And kinks are just something that...
you do to get
Yeah.
aroused.
Yeah.
Wait, I thought one was like.
I think
a
fetishes are, like,
body part
obsessive.
more, and one was more of like an action.
No, I think fetishes are more along the lines of
Something that you are obsessed with.
obsession, and then kinks are
Or just something that turns you on.
something that turns you on, but it doesn't have to make you come. It doesn't, like, coming isn't the main obsession with,
Oh, just like sprinkles on top of the ice cream.
yeah.
What's your guys' kink?
Wow, that was one of the ones that I had on here. I don't really have anything. I just like tits, dude. Just love playing with them.
Armpits.
You're boring.
What's yours?
Oh, I have a whole list.
Let's hear 3. Shouldn't have to think this hard if you got a whole list.
I'm just thinking through my
30
entire
socks.
list.
She's being serious right now. She wants to know your kinks, which is that question that I asked.
Yeah.
I think that everyone.
that's not
I
happening.
think that everyone does have at least one.
I think people have more than at least one.
So when you say that you don't have any, I think you're
Oh,
lying.
Okay.
Maybe you just haven't discovered them yet.
There's a big difference, though, between ones that I'm willing to talk about and ones that I'm never going to tell anyone.
Well, I think you have a whole platform to tell everyone.
Yeah. Let's hear them.
I succumbed to peer pressure once on this show.
Oh,
And it won't,
What's
it won't
another
happen
one?
again.
I don't know. I mean,
My kink is iCarly.
Or is that a fetish?
Oh, it might be a fetish.
not breeding, but breeding. You know?
What?
I'm not trying to get you pregnant, but let me bust a nut in you. Yeah.
So, like, the thrill
Yeah.
of that.
Well, just the warmth and the comfort, you know? It's like a warm little blanket wrapped around my wiener.
Oh, I thought you meant, like, the other aspect of it.
No, God, no.
I think my top one is like asphyxiation. Like not being able to breathe.
Put a paper bag over your head. Or a plastic bag.
No, like whether it's like being choked really hard or like the
autoerotic
other.
asphyxiation thing.
I just like to not breathe. Maybe I just want to die, but like just not being able to breathe.
So, I'm gonna ask it, but I don't mean it.
Like
Or-
when my partner is forceful.
I'll hammer a nail in your head.
That's fine. Perfect.
Are fetishes and kinks hereditary?
No.
But not necessarily just those, but like...
No, because I think that you keep them private.
What about what you're attracted to?
I don't think it's
I'm not
hereditary,
attracted to
but
anybody named Mike, so like my mom is. That's not hereditary. Well, I did date a Mike. Just kidding.
And then look at the way that I'm built versus the way that Mike is built.
The
Hairy,
same.
losing our hair. Funny.
No.
I don't think they're hereditary, but I do think it, like,
Or is it more of like a learned behavior?
I think it's learned, and I think you pick that stuff up when you're very young. So you're like, your environment and your parents do kind of play a
Influence
role.
it?
Yeah.
But like, are you attracted to the same thing that your dad's attracted to?
No. Not at
Are
all.
you?
I don't know.
You
I
think
think
I'm
we-
like your mother?
No, not like that.
If
But,
you were
like,
comparing me
no,
to
that's not
anyone that your dad is
That's
with,
not. I mean, that's not what I'm saying. Like, my dad listens to the podcast. Dad, tits or ass? Let me know.
tits.
Ass.
Tits.
Ass,
100%.
goddammit.
Tits.
Wrong.
That's why I wouldn't mind banging a trans. I get the dick
Interesting.
and the tits. Perfect. That is the perfect scenario for me.
Well, good thing I already got tits.
You won't even let me touch
I
them.
don't like my nipples being touched.
You don't even have enough boob for me, so
Oh, not big
I'm a
enough.
solid A cup. Maybe
that's
B.
not enough.
Gonna make you get a boob job.
No, they have to be natural.
You
I'm
give me some more
actually-
cosmic brownies and they'll get bigger. What were you gonna say?
I don't even remember.
You said I'm actually talking about boobs, boob jobs,
I don't remember.
cosmic
Damn
brownies.
it.
No idea.
I just think that maybe, like, I don't know how to say it, but yeah, you're kind of, attracted to what your parents are attracted to. To a
I
certain
think
degree.
no.
Not
I
for me.
think no, because my parents are divorced, so I didn't get to see their relationship together.
No, but you've seen who they've both been with.
But I think that you see what works out for your parents and you're like, yeah, I want a relationship like that.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't necessarily pick people that are similar to like your parents, I guess. Like, look at Jake and Mark. Do you think either of them? Well, you'd never met my dad, so I mean, you wouldn't know. But like, do you think that either of them are similar to my parents?
No, but they're similar.
They are, which is weird.
So why is it that both of your sisters are attracted to these guys who are both very similar? What made that happen?
That's a good point.
If I could have found a
What
tall,
made
handsome
that
man, I
happen?
would have.
I'm handsome, I'm just not tall.
I think that you pick someone, I don't know, because Brittany and Mark aren't similar. But I think that you do pick someone that's like yourself. Like, because there are the people that are like opposites attract.
Mhm.
I think it sounds really stupid, but I think we look similar. And I think that's part of a relationship is you look like you pick
do we
someone
look
that's similar to yourself. Right? I think we look similar.
I don't see it,
Maybe-
but I also can't see myself.
Maybe like in the eyes.
Like Abby
the
and Lucas,
nose.
they look similar.
That's because they're both Mexican.
Exactly.
And they're both short.
They
And
same
they're
person.
both mentally incapable.
Impaired.
No, that's not what I'm looking for. There's somewhere that I'm looking for, but it's not coming to me. They're both stupid in their own special ways. Yeah. Lucas, if you're listening to this, you're a bitch.
Yeah.
But you should also come on the podcast, so hit me up. Let me know. There's the hour mark. We're at 101. 101:30. Got anything else for us?
I feel like I had something else to say, like to add on, but I can't remember it.
It's unfortunate.
I'll give you 10 seconds. 10, 9.
I don't think I'm gonna get it.
I'm just glad that I'm an open book on this thing, and neither of you are.
That's not true.
No,
How?
I'll let
She's
you
talking,
go.
about she's talking about the Snapchat message. I'm hands off.
You're not even supposed to know about that, so I was supposed to stay at like 2 people know.
You know who should? You know
No,
who you should
don't
ask?
even fucking
Stop,
say
stop,
his
stop.
name.
You know who
Alright.
you should ask about that?
End the podcast
All right.
now.
Thanks.
It's been fun, folks. We'll
You know
see you
who
next
put in a
week.
good input on that?
We'll see you guys next week.
Thanks for listening. We'll be back next week.
Yes.
I'm an open book.
Go
I don't care.
go check us out. Link.
Who do I need to impress? No one.
LINKTR.ee/TRPOFFICAL. We're never going to change that. Give us some likes and some comments and everything else. And buy some merch and join our Discord so you can give us topics to talk about. If you don't, I'll break your kneecaps.
Me too.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Can you say bye?
No.
Bye.